GoHighLevel Calendar section. I'm going to review the settings, the types of calendars, how flexible it is, integrating calendars, and then just the view here. So we'll start with the view, which is where we are now, and then I can choose which kind of appointments to see, not only by which calendar type they're booked on, but I can say which user. You can also make groups, like groups for types of calendars, and you can have, this calendar type I want to see. And then you can have all your calendars. So you can choose whether you want to see the appointments based on calendars, users, or even calendar groups. So the calendar groups gives you a clue to how flexible the builder is. And I'm just going to show you a few dashboards, not go all the way, but there are lots of reports on appointments. You can see statistics, all types of things about your appointments, and there are other analytic views that get even more granular. And you can set up service menus, which are really cool. Like, let me show you one that's a variation of a service menu we set up. Client service types, service selection, session types. So I go to my public support events or existing clients. Client session. There we go. All right, so here it is, and you can break down calendars like this so your clients can come in and get exactly what they need in one session. So instead of them having to, this is still much faster than the AI asking, hey, what type of appointment are you looking for? What times are you free? It's always faster for your clients to be able to go through a link, so having a well set up service selection menu like this can increase your booking rate dramatically. You can have very complex settings for each type of calendar as well. So if I just go into look at one, well, first I'll talk about the types. You've got one-on-one booking, class booking where it's one to many, collective booking, many to one, multiple hosts, maybe one participant, so yeah. Round robin will drop them based on an order. Like you can have a priority where certain people are weighted to get more and some less. And then you can have event types, which are for no host associated. I use those for sessions that I don't want to block up my calendar, that I'm not on, like pre-recorded webinars. And then you can have, they have their own type of service selection where you can have all your different services. I do think it's important to show you guys what the settings look like. And we'll talk about integrations right now. So you can integrate Google Calendars, Calendly, iCloud, and then I think Outlook calendars, all of them integrate, and it'll sync both ways so that appointments on those calendars show up in this one and appointments in GoHighLevel calendars show up in theirs. So for instance, like let's say you want to work with a barber shop and they have their own calendar system, but one of the people working in the barber shop wants to start booking appointments in our system. And so it's easier for you just to integrate his Google Calendar, the one that's also integrated with his office calendar, and then it'll sync the appointments that are already there onto the GoHighLevel system so that it can avoid double booking, and it'll then add appointments to his. And I'm sure his calendar system's also, his availability is also shared with his office's booking system. So calendars are never a problem if you understand how to use them properly. If you've got a specific scenario you want more help with, I recommend you coming to the Mastermind. So we do those 3 times a week. You can come, just check the times. It's going to be in my bio, but it's 3 times a week. And even for non-clients, you can come and ask me some technical questions. But there is no type of situation where you can't use a GoHighLevel calendar to accomplish it. There are even settings for if you have a certain number of rooms available or a certain number of equipment available that you need to hold an appointment. You can build all these limitations into the calendar system of GoHighLevel, and I don't know another system that's as sophisticated. You can even handle situations like restaurants where they have 2 5-tops at 1 hour and then the next hour they only have 1. So all those kind of things can be set up. If you're in the settings, you can update the logos on the calendars, descriptions, so that people can flow through and know exactly what they're booking for. Different team members, you can weight their booking. You can handle the availability. This is kind of global for the calendar. It also is going to check the user's availability for the assigned users to the calendar. You can even make yourself look busy and make it so only a certain percentage of slots show open. You can handle recurring meetings and all these different constraints to make sure your calendar flows perfectly. You can even take payments through the calendar form, and I do that for my paid one-on-one calls. You can set up all the notifications to send the Google invites or not to send the Google invites. You can put your reschedule links and everything in there. You can do reschedule, cancel links. You can disable rescheduling, disable canceling. There's not a system that's going to be more flexible. And even Reserve with Google integrates, which I haven't used myself before, but I'm sure some local service businesses would. And that is basically what you're looking at for the GoHighLevel Calendar system. I think I've covered all of it. And in my mind, there's absolutely no reason you'd stick to Calendly. This stuff is not that hard to set up and get right. And if you have any questions about how to do it, come to the Mastermind in my bio, subscribe. I drop these videos all the time, and I'm excited to show you how awesome this platform is. There's really not another substitute that's anywhere near the price point. Thank you.